and the things that we are praying for is not happening immediately, we give up. We stop sacrificing. We stop doing the things for God that He asked us to do or that He requires of us to do. Some of us become very complacent and we no longer commit to God the way we used to. Why? Because He has not answered our prayer in the time that we expected Him to. Now Hannah and Elkanah, for as long as they waited, they still went to Shiloh every year to offer sacrifice. Are you still giving sacrifice? Are you still making sacrifice? Are you still committing to the things that God entrusted to you while you wait on Him to answer your prayer? And I looked at the meaning of Shiloh, and it says to whom it belongs. I love that. The one to whom it belongs. This is where they went to sacrifice every year. The one to whom it belongs. This place was dedicated to God, and the people of God went there to offer sacrifice. They didn't just go when everything was okay. They didn't just go when they had things their way. Now, at one point, and I want to go back a little, I remember as she was hurt and she was in pain about not being able to give her husband children, and she was worried and she was provoked sore by Peninnah. I think her husband at some point did not understand her pain, and he said to her, "Am I not better to thee than 10 sons?" Now Elkanah took her passion and her pain, he was taking it personal. Sometimes we're in pain for the things that we desire or for the experiences that we're having. We're in pain on the job. We're in pain in our community. We're in pain in our church or among our family members. And sometimes the people close to us don't understand. Why is this hurting you so much? I don't understand. And here he is taking it personal, saying to Hannah, "Am I not better to thee than 10 sons?" But Elkanah, it's not about you. Unless you're in Hannah's shoes, it's going to be difficult for you to understand. Sometimes it's difficult for the persons around you to understand why some things hurt you the way they do, why you're so passionate about things the way you are passionate. Some people may not understand why you sacrifice so much for your goals or for your dreams. Why does this mean so much to you? Others who look at it and say to themselves, "You know, if I tried so much and it didn't work out, I would have given up already." Somebody's like, "Why is it that you get up 5 o'clock every morning to pray? Your prayers are not being answered. Why not stop?" Elkanah is saying, "Am I not better to thee than 10 sons?" He didn't understand why Hannah was so troubled, because he's thinking to himself, "I love you, and every time I give to both of you, I give Peninnah something, but I give you a worthy portion. I give you a double portion. I give you enough to make you realize that I do not love you any less because you can't bear me children, because you have no kids for me." And this is what I think he was trying to say to her. But the thing about it is that Elkanah would not understand her pain because he already has a child. He has children by Peninnah. So he's not in the same position, though they are husband and wife. And this goes to show that sometimes you can be so close to somebody, but they still cannot feel your pain. You can be so close to somebody and they still don't understand what you're going through. You could be so close to someone and they not understand your passion or your purpose or the reason you are bothered about certain things. So yes, he had children by Peninnah. So I guess, yes, he has children. He doesn't know what it is to not have a child and to carry the burden or the pain of such a lack. So she kept on praying, because you know what, Elkanah, it's not about you. I want this experience. I want to know what it feels like to have a child. There is a lack in Israel. Israel needs a teaching priest. Israel needs the voice of a prophet. There is a need for the burden I carry. It's because there is a need. You're carrying a burden for some reason. You're saying, "But why am I so burdened? Why am I so burdened for women when there are so many programs out there for women? Why am I carrying this burden for men's ministry when there are so many men's ministry out there?" And you're wondering, why am I still carrying this burden for children when there are so many children's program out there? At the point that Anna was still desperate to have a child, it didn't mean all the women in Israel were barren. No, people were having children. Peninnah is there evident that women were having children. So even though people were still producing, there was still a need. But Hannah, I think if she remembered the name of her husband, she would worry less. God has created. God has created. It means there is still the same power to create. But she did not remember that. It's like some of us today. We get worried and this is not happening for me. I need this, I need that. And we look at the things that we lack and we look at the things that we need and we forget who is really our husband, who is our provider, who is our Jehovah Jireh, who is our God. He is the same God yesterday, today, and forever. He's the author. He's the finisher of our faith. He's our provider. He's able to do exceedingly more abundantly than we could ever ask or think. We seem to forget the God that we serve. Much like Hannah seemed to forget the husband that she was married to. So here now we see her praying and praying in the temple. She was still going, my God, to Shiloh. She was still going to pray. She was still seeking God. She went into the temple, and as she prayed in the temple, and Eli the priest saw her, he was like, because she was pouring out her heart and there was no word coming out. It's like some of us today. We pour out our hearts. Sometimes when we're so much in pain and consumed by the things that we're going through, there is no word. There is no word for the human ear. There's no more word I can speak, or there's not another human ear that I'd want to talk into. I don't think there's anybody around me who will truly understand right now. Elkanah doesn't understand, and he's the closest person to me. Sometimes the closest person to us doesn't even understand. So here she's pouring out her troubled soul to God. And Eli went on to her in verse 14 and said, how long will you be drunk? How long will you be drunken? So here he is, and he is the priest. But guess what? He was not discerning. He was not discerning. How long will you be drunken? Put away the wine from you. Why I got stuck with this verse, that is verse 14. I got stuck with it because while the advice he was given was good, it was not discerning. The advice was good if you're speaking to somebody who is drunk. Your advice is good if you're speaking to somebody who is an alcoholic. He's like, why are you drunken? Put away the wine. That's good advice. By any means, it's not bad. But you have to be speaking that to the right person. So here the priest was not discerning. He was giving the right advice, but to the wrong person or at the wrong time. Can I tell you, sometimes in our lives when we're seeking after God and we're seeking for things and we're crying out because of a need that is in us, that we need for God to fill. Maybe God is saying to you, I want you to come up higher. I want you to seek me. I want you to spend time in prayer and fasting. I want you to spend some time with me. Sometimes the things that God is asking you for might look ridiculous.
In a world full of distractions, information overload, and negative influences, parents have to be vigilant to raise godly children. In Warrior Mom, author Carone Gordon encourages parents who are fresh on the battlefield or those who are already battle-worn. Warrior Mom serves to empower mothers who want to see God's plan fulfilled in their children. Available at Amazon, your local bookstore, or call 1-800-473-5106. That's 800-473-5106.